At 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Strong winds and rain, even hail, moved through the state this afternoon, and we are already tracking another round of storms later this week. Thanks for joining us here at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. All night, viewers have been sharing video of hail falling onto cars, covering their backyards. Take a listen to this.
You can hear that coming down. Jason in Farmington sent us that video. The storm is over for the night, but we have another weather impact alert for you this week.
All that hail really loud. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now. So Rachel, how long do we have until the next round of storms arrive?
Well, we're dry all night tonight and all day tomorrow. It's really going to be Wednesday afternoon that we're more concerned with another round of strong storms. This will be between 2 p.m. and 8 o'clock in the evening. These will be scattered across the state. But again, we are looking at a level 2 risk for severe weather, just like we had out there today. So what you need is to have a way of getting weather alerts. And also, if you do have outdoor plans Wednesday evening or afternoon, I would make sure that you have a plan B in case those plans need to be moved inside. Here's what the radar looks like right now. Much calmer out there, but we go back, 6 hours or so ago, and you can see those storms ripping through the state. Last time around, flooding was the issue. This time, it was all about the hail. Wallingford, Brantford, North Guilford, all some of the towns that got hit the hardest. Taking a look at some of the radar estimated hail size, and we saw photos to match some of this with up to golf ball or even ping pong ball size hail. Incredibly impressive and not something that you see very often here in Connecticut. Overnight lows, well, it's comfy out there, dropping back into the 50s to around 60 degrees. Heading into the day tomorrow, it's gorgeous. Lots of sunshine, not too humid. High temperatures climbing into the lower to middle 80s as we head through the afternoon. Then the humidity surges in on Wednesday, allowing us to build some instability for the next round of storms. We'll take a closer look. Full forecast coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, over the last week, small business owners whose businesses were destroyed by catastrophic flooding have told Fox 61 they can't wait for federal funding.
Yeah, now the state's offering millions of dollars in grants for Western Connecticut. Fox 61's Kaylee Collins spoke with business owners in Oxford who intend to apply.
Well, I'm here inside the Creative Starts Learning Center in Oxford, where progress has been made, but it was a much different scene this time last week. Several feet of water inside of this building led to destroyed walls, floors, furniture, and children's toys and books. But it's hopeful that that newly announced state funding is going to help move those repairs right along.
We're going to have some big bills to pay going forward, which is, terrifying as a business owner.
Business owners who've had their livelihoods stripped away due to flood damage are getting some much needed help.
You see the scope of the tragedy. No, it's really important for all of us to step up and do the right thing.
Governor Ned Lamont is putting $5 million of state funding toward those businesses. Starting September 3rd, any company with under 100 employees can apply for a grant of up to $25,000. It's a step in the right direction for businesses like Creative Starts Learning Center in Oxford, where flooding destroyed the entire interior of their building. Fox 61 was there as they started demolition 2 days after the flooding. Now it's cleared out, ready for a new and costly makeover.
It will hopefully cover the drywall and maybe the flooring inside. It won't quite cover all the equipment for the children, but luckily, we're getting some donations from people in the community.
As grateful as they are for community support, business owners told the governor it's not enough.
I lost from fork, from spoon to walk-in cooler. I lost everything.
Small businesses, we lost about $100,000 if you look at all the investment we did in the building, the equipment is a total 100% loss.
Even businesses who didn't sustain physical damage are suffering due to road closures.
We opened up, we stayed closed Monday. We opened up Tuesday for dinner. Reason being is we have staff that have kids, we have staff that need to pay their bills.
The governor vowing to expedite assistance.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move really quickly. We were here 1 week ago, with George, and here we are in 2 days. We got FEMA coming. We got Small Business Administration coming. Bill, we better make sure the small business goes to each and every one of these places. They see the scope of what we need to get our folks back on their feet.
While some are anxiously awaiting more substantial support.
That's not even going to scratch the service, and they're going to need a lot more government help and funding just to stay open.
And while these business owners wait to apply to that state funding grant, they are still accepting some donations and have created GoFundMes as well. We have all the information on that at fox61.com. Reporting in Oxford, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Right now in New Haven, police are investigating a shooting. We're told officers are on scene of a shooting with a shooting victim, that is. The shooting happened just after 6 at the intersection of Foxen Boulevard and Quinnipiac Avenue. We're waiting to find out how the victim is doing. Of course, we'll update you as we learn more.
A young woman from Vernon was killed last night in a crash on Buckland Hills Drive near the mall. Manchester police say it happened around 8:30. 19-year-old Michaela Theriak was driving westbound when her car swerved, hitting a tree. She was transported to the hospital where she later died. Police are still trying to figure out what caused that crash, and if you saw it happen, please give police a call.
The sticker shock has not worn off for thousands of Connecticut families paying more for electricity. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are proposing solutions, but for weeks now, state Republicans have argued a special session's needed to pass some form of immediate relief. Well, tomorrow they're holding a news conference to discuss calling for that special session, and that news conference is at 10 a.m. We'll let you know what they decide tomorrow.
And speaking of electric rates, we have a new scam to tell you about tonight targeting Eversource customers. Officials say scammers are trying to lure people in with a discount for high electric bills. Fox 61's Jake Garcia explains your options if you fall victim.
There's new scams popping up every day, but this is one that could affect a large portion of the population in Connecticut, especially as people are getting those high electric bills.
The Department of Consumer Protection is warning people of a scam that offers relief from high electric bills, in some cases specifically targeting seniors.
Now it's summertime, it's hot, people are using a lot of electricity, and we've seen some rate increases. And so scammers are calling people up, telling them that there is a discount available if they act quickly.
Officials say the scammers will ask to confirm account information in order to apply the discount.
They'll ask you to provide some personal information like your name, your date of birth, your account number, and they may even ask you to verify your payment information so that they can confirm your account or something like that. And then obviously what happens is you don't receive a discount, and that scammer now has your personal information and potentially even your financial information.
If you're a victim of this scam, contact your bank and freeze your accounts and freeze your credit.
The next thing you should do is visit identitytheft.gov. That's a federal website that can help you put in place a recovery plan if you are the victim of identity theft. And you should also file a report with your local police department.
While state officials say so far just Eversource customers have been targeted, United Illuminating customers should also be on alert.
We know that scammers don't discriminate. So if you have an electric bill, you're likely to be contacted or to be a target of one of these scammers. So just keep an eye out.
Eversource and United Illuminating customers who need financial assistance with their bills are asked to contact the company directly. In Hartford, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Jake, thank you. And by the way, one more note, if you are victimized by this scam, report it to the Department of Consumer Protection so they can follow up then with law enforcement. We have a link to their website at fox61.com. All right, it was the first day of school for thousands of people across the state, but as teachers head back to the classroom, they are facing familiar challenges, namely a teacher shortage. The Connecticut Education Association polled 875 teachers this month on the problems facing their profession. The top concerns include stress and burnout, a lack of respect from students and faculty, and low salaries. Nearly half responded they are considering leaving, and about 2/3 said they would not tell others to pursue a career in education. The same poll asked teachers how to solve the crisis. 82% say a raise would help. Others answered better working conditions and having more support from peers.